grade. The Series X is so much better. Dude, like, also, all right, you PC Master Race cunts. You know those dev errors you guys get on Modern Warfare 2 on PC? I don't think I've ever gotten one. All right, we're going to start this race. I just got into my Joker laugh right there. What was that? I don't reach those deaths very often. That was pretty nice. I might have to do that again. I don't know if I can do it during the commentary, but perhaps I will. Lel. Oh yeah, Randa, because you've never played the game. All right. All right, hello and welcome to the second race of the Reach Throwback Grand Final. It's going to be 20 laps on AMA Phoenix. This is a pretty tricky Supercross track. This is probably the hardest one, I would say. There's honestly a couple tracks that you could argue, but this is for sure at least top two. At the very least, I would say top two for our hardest tracks. Not even just Supercross, but just in general. On the schedule, this track is very difficult. Pretty good layout, to be honest. This would be not always going to be big on the remakes, don't get me wrong. I want to make some new stuff, but this would be a cool track to remake on Infinite. I actually really fuck with this layout. It's really nice. We'll do a quick fly through of it, but again, 20 laps, and I believe it's 10 checkpoints per lap. So with that extra leader bonus checkpoint or what have you, it'll be 201. It'll be 201 at the end here. For this race. But yeah, this is a classic track. Site of the HRL. I'm just going to call it the Grand Finals. I don't think they called it the Grand Finals. But whatever they called it. Yeah, but this was in that. And now we're racing it here in our HRL Grand Final in 2022. I raced on this in 2012. In 2012 for that. And now here we are. Probably about a decade exactly later. Everybody lined up on the gate. This is a nice gate, too. Green flag. You can't cheese this one, although there is some weird functionality with it where some gates like get better runs, and you see Nuke really gets away. He had a good one there. So he's definitely going to have the whole shot. Turkey going down early, not what you want to see. Oh, Hunter going down as well. We have multiple 3 wides. Pretty cheesy start.
Checkpoint reached.
Oh, and Soul aggressively chows in there.
Checkpoint reached.
I mean, Nuked, Detail, and Sully top 3 early on. Roman and... Oh, a little conk in the sand section, mixing things up. Let's see how these guys play this. 4 wide there for a moment, but not going to be maintained. Oh, big conk in the column for Sully. That's going to mix everybody up. Look at this. Everybody's going to be bogging behind him. Turkey gets into the tough block there. This is causing one little mistake. Causes so much commotion. And the bog, Luke's going to land on Opix there. Nowhere to go with the late bog from Opix in that section. He probably did not get an ideal run into that one. If you don't... You can go inside, but if you go too far inside, you're just not going to make it happen. Camby gets cheesed up here. Still an aggressive 3-way battle. Slaunch, Real Deal, and Sully and Opix trying to get back into it. This is crazy battling early on this track. Nuke leads another lap down. Oh, and honestly, that was like pretty laggy, and I think other people noticed it as well. Getting next to Sully in these races, he had like a pretty big lag bubble for whatever reason, and I think that's what happened to Real Deal there. I don't know why, but for him in particular... Oh, that was really close right there between Opix and Luke, but for him in particular, I noticed he had a pretty big lag bubble, and it was pretty weird whenever you'd get next to him. On occasion, not consistently, but definitely on occasion. And I think that's probably what happened to Real Deal there, because I don't really think that should have flipped him, but unfortunately he gets hit with a cheese on the edge of that berm, and it's gonna cost him big there. As Nuke must have hit some cheese. There it is. We can see it. Detail going for the lead. Gonna bog in front of him as well. The tactical bog potentially. Either way, it's gonna work out. So Detail will take the lead there. I think that one likely started in the sand section, and then Detail completed the pass. We saw him complete the pass. right there. That second to last berm. So Detail will take the lead. Solid Supercross racer in the season, finishing second in the division for that. Very close behind. He's very consistent in the Supercross races, and he's trying to start off hot here on Phoenix. It's now him in the lead. Oh! Slaunch goes down. Big moment for Slaunch there. But Luke gets a weird landing in the sand section, and Slaunch's going to get right back by him. So he'll go back into 4th place. Luke in the end of the top 5, slowly taking that 3rd place last podium spot. Roman on the outside looking in to the top 5. Camby and Hunter, you see them battling a bit at the bottom of our screen.
Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached.
Detail with the weird run in the sand section. He'll probably lose a little bit of time there, but he's still got a decent gap. Holy graphical cheese. Ah! We can't get out of it. Okay, there we go.
Checkpoint reached.
But he's still got a nice lead. Holding on to it so far, leading a few of these laps down. We're a quarter of the way through this race.
Lap complete. Checkpoint reached.
Luke and Roman on the Don't Fear the Reaper team trying to chase down Slaunch. Hunter and Camby continuing their battle. Oh, very, very aggressive move from Hunter. To his credit, did not take Camby off the berm, but ran him high enough to make him bog. Oh, Camby gets the run on the following one, and Hunter got the bog there. That's surprising. I didn't think that... Oh, but now Camby gets the late bog. Can Hunter bring it back? It hurts him so much, it'll bring him back into the battle. Oh, Camby's got to be pissed. Camby's got to be pissed. He had that crazy run, and then he had it set up for... No! Oh, that's tragic for Camby. He hit the hard one, and then he messed up the easy one in the following berm. That's what happened to him there. That is tragic. Turkey with some issues. Battling with Opix there. Opix going for that rare inside line. That heavy bog. It honestly didn't even out that poorly. I mean, the outside obviously got the better run, but it wasn't that bad for Opix, surprisingly.
Checkpoint reached.
Honestly, a pretty great race so far. Oh, what is that landing for Camby? That actually, you know what? That actually happened to me. That happened to me 10 years ago and conked me in this race. I actually know what happened to him. It looked exactly the same. And it's bullshit. All right? That's all I'm going to say. It's bullshit. Camby got unlucky right there. He got the sideways jump, and then it just conked his landing. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to him. I doubt he was going sideways off the jump, though. I think he just got cheesed.
Checkpoint reached.
Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. The way that we'll probably get some lap traffic action the way this is going. Again, this track is brutal. This track is brutal.
Checkpoint reached.
One of the trickiest, one of the most difficult.
Checkpoint reached.
Supercross on the schedule. Look at that move from Luke, making the berm happen. It's a very tight squeeze. Something that Roman would probably enjoy, but not in this case because he's going to lose that position there. But can Roman fight back for it? He's going to let off into the sand. He's not going to. So Roman back outside the top 5, looking in. Detail's still holding on to first, but not a massive gap at the moment, but he's got a decent one.
Lap complete.
Leading many of these laps down slowly, kind of on his own in third, very far ahead, very far behind the rest. Slaunch, Luke, and Roman still going at it. You have Opix and Real Deal right there. Real Deal holding on to that spot or taking it. I honestly couldn't tell. Either way. But oh yeah, we'll definitely have some lap traffic action in this race. And in fact, we're going to be hitting it very soon. Detail is practically right on Camby's bumper. Oh! And Detail just avoids the bogging Camby. Very, very close, but he did pull it off. And that's honestly a big move. If he hit that bog, that could have hurt him a ton. That could have brought Nuke back into the lead battle. But he gets by Camby fairly clean. And now challenges Nuke to try to do the same thing, which can be difficult at times. So potentially a pretty big moment in the race there for Detail trying to hold on to this win. And if he could take this win, that'd be Massive for him. Taking 3rd place in the last race. A win would put him into the points lead for this grand final right now. Detail trying to go back-to-back after he took his first grand final in the year in the Firestone Firehawk one a few nights ago.
Checkpoint reached.
All started for him in the first race in that one was actually what he won. He's going to try to do it in the second one here.
Checkpoint reached.
Opix and Real Deal still battling. Opix taking the spot that time. Soul and Hunter back here. Oh, no. Wow. Soul's Goose perfectly stops to leave enough room. So it's another clean lap driver pass. And all these clean lap driver passes that Detail can get away with is going to help him. Nuked. Having to actually make these moves around Canby at least so far. And Detail gets around Hunter as well, so pretty good moves through the lap traffic for him so far. And things are spicing up here for this 4th place battle too. Slaunch, Luke, and Roman are very close with each other. That's a spicy battle there. Trying to keep an eye on his... There's honestly a lot of action going on the track right now at different points in the track. Oh, Slaunch having an issue at the end of that. I think Luke taking the spot there. I think Slaunch had an issue on that finish line jump. And Luke not getting the run there. Hits the bog. That might spice things up for them again. But everybody's going to get hit with it. They're all going to follow in, so he'll still hold on to the spot. But let's see if Slaunch or Roman can spice it up. Following this up.
Checkpoint reached.
Roman went for it, but not able to do so. Let's see if Slaunch goes for something. Goes for an inside line. Not too bad. But didn't really lose too much, but I don't really think he gained too much either. So that 4th, 5th, 6th battle, Luke, Slaunch, and Roman is very, very tight at this moment. And that's Detail right there. That's your leader. And as you can see, he's got a massive gap now. It was very close between him and Nuked for a long time, but now it's like more than a section. Detail's got quite the space to work with here.
Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint.
And that obviously is a nice feeling. Roman going for... Oh, maybe spooking Slaunch a little bit. Slaunch makes some contact on that barrier, and now going for an inside here. Roman getting the run to the inside now. Or on the outside, but now to the inside as we switch sections. And that might be a pretty... Oh, but Slaunch with that massive run on the sand section. Look at how much time he just gained there. Roman had a rough land. And what the conk is going on over here? Massive lap driver cheese. What the hell is happening? And this has cost Sully and Nuke so much time to the point where they're battling for position, and Luke is getting up here now too. So now it's potentially a 3-way battle for 2, 3, 4.
Checkpoint reached.
It looked like it was a runaway for them, but the only person that's having a runaway now is probably Detail. He is so checked at this point.
Checkpoint reached.
As we are 6 laps to go for him.
Checkpoint reached.
Luke going to try to make the inside work. It's going to get weird. Him and Sully both trying to work their way by Soul.
Checkpoint reached.
And Luke gets the run down the middle.
Checkpoint reached.
But cheeses the berm afterwards. Still gets a good enough run, but lost a little bit of time off that. Sully gets away from them now. Soul and Canby still battling. Slaunch still in front of Roman. Nuked a little bit further ahead of them in the podium spot now.
Checkpoint reached.
And as you can see, Detail is hitting the finish line right there, and they're not even to the sand section. Like, it is an absurd gap now. Something crazy would have to happen. This is definitely his race. Oh, contact! Nuke made some sort of mistake in the sand section, or hit a rut, or I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, he cheesed it. But Luke gets the bog.
Lap complete.
Now this podium battle is on. Didn't look like anything special, but now it's very close between the 3. Oh, and Nuke doesn't get the run of the berm. Luke's going to get right into the back of him. Sully will go around.
Checkpoint reached.
Luke's going to lose a ton of time off that. And they're going to work their way to 2-3. Roman and Slaunch trying to work their way by lap traffic. Detail already in the first section. He gained even more time. Holy. It's absurd how much time he has made up at this point. Probably one of the most checked Supercross races that we've had for a leader at the moment. Probably competitive with Luke at Cedar Ridge. I wonder what the difference would be, because those were both pretty aggressive. But as far as these Supercross races go, unless I'm blanking on a different one, these definitely stand out as two of the most checked ones for the leader. But there's still lap traffic, and there's still a few laps to go, so you never know. He is catching up to Real Deal and Turkey now, two famously conky drivers. Yeah, I said it. So we'll see how that goes, but I mean, he's still got a massive... Oh, Slaunch and Roman are getting spicy for this 5th place spot. And you never know, that could be a battle that'll matter. I mean, Slaunch and Roman... Oh, look at that move from Slaunch. That was hot. Now Roman back to the inside. These guys having a really good battle. What in the world just happened? This podium battle, there's way too much action to follow in the track right now. Hunter getting in the middle of it as well.
Checkpoint reached.
Trying to get out of the way. Oh, or more so just forced off there. Unfortunate. Slaunch and Roman trying to get by him now.
Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached.
So we're going to... Well, Detail will be coming to the white flag this time by, but everybody else is just entering their 2 to go. He's like halfway through it. Gap is just absurd for him at this moment. Slaunch and Roman still very close.
Checkpoint reached.
Yeah, there's just way too much action to follow during this race. I tried to catch as much of it as I could, but this is honestly a pretty crazy race. Like, this is probably one of the... I mean, unfortunately for the lead, it was, like, pretty checked, but for everybody else, like, this is probably one of the craziest races of the season. Not even just Supercross, but just in general. Yeah, no, this was absolutely one of our most wild reach races, but it's coming to a close. Detail's already, like, halfway through his last lap somehow. There he is. Going to be coming into the sand section here shortly, and depending on where everybody else finishes, he may be taking the points lead here for the grand finals. And here he goes across that berm. Just don't fly over it. He doesn't. Detail takes his first win of the night. And let's try to figure out where everybody else is, because he's so far away that we can look for everybody else because he's so checked. So there's Nuked in second. 3-4 seems pretty settled. Roman and Slaunch are still pretty close, so I'll keep an eye on him. Slaunch with the run! Oh, he's trying to fit in. He just can't quite get there. Second. Oh, third.
Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached. Lap complete.
Could have made something weird happen. Oh my god, the full send. Roman will come in 4th, Slaunch 5th. Great, or sorry, 5th, 6th. Great battle between the two. Soul and Hunter laps down, so they're still making things work. And just look at the gaps and drivers laps. Some drivers like multiple laps down. Like, this is a crazy race. This was surely one of the craziest races that we've had. Again, not just... I mean, this might be the craziest Grand Finals race, honestly. It'd be pretty hard for one of the other ones to top this one, but... at least for sure, just in general with the regular season factored in too. I mean, this is probably one of the most competitive races that we've had. I mean, honestly, pretty banger start in general. Both races had some good competition to start off the night. Roman giving Luke some butt attention on the line. That's something I'm not surprised about for obvious reasons. Still got some more drivers finishing their laps up. We're going to call it for Soul here. Camby lagged out, too. Camby lagged out towards the end. That's unfortunate. So Camby's obviously going to be taking the last place in this one. But top 3, Detail, Nuked, and Sully on this one. That'll be your podium for Phoenix. So now we're going to be moving on. We're going to send it over to detail for the next 2 races in the grand finals for Orange Show Speedway and Laguna Seca. So we'll send it over to him for those 2. And I'll see you guys again in at Blackwater and Boulder Bay to close out the night.